Good morning. It is a brisk 40 degrees. When I woke up this morning, it was closer to 35. It's time for the Motovlog. Ooh, my glasses are fogging up. So, first things first, I hope y'all had a wonderful Thanksgiving. I did. I spent it with some friends who invited me out to their place. Because my biological family is in Florida and I live in Arkansas. So I got invited out to their place. They fed me, hung out for a while. It was a good Thanksgiving. And like I said, we are deep in fall here, coming up on winter, if it ain't already winter technically. I don't know. I don't pay attention. It's cold this morning. And I really have no clue what I want to talk about. I'm a little tired. I ate too much. I'm feeling blah. You know, nobody's fault. It is what it is. You know, it was Thanksgiving. Hung out with some people, talked cars and bikes. Gear wise, as you can see, I'm loaded up for cold weather stuff, chaps to block the wind. I got fleece lined pants on, some more wintry gloves, leather jacket, the helmet. There's 3 layers of clothes underneath me. I thought it was going to be colder, honestly, but I'll probably be about right. I do have some thicker gloves, and speaking of gloves, I ordered more. It's probably over, might be over by now, but they had some Black Friday deals going on motorcycle gear on Amazon. So I got 3 different sets of Moto gloves coming. I got a set for summer riding, I got a set for winter riding, and fall set. The reason I did that is these gloves are not real motorcycle gloves. They were just cold gloves for cold weather that I grabbed. So these are to keep my hands warm. They look like they're stitched pretty good. They got double line stitching. They would do something, but they're not real motorcycle gloves. They're not. If I come off the bike, they're not going to last very long. They may not stay on my hands even. But, you know, I just try to be careful. And on cold weather, the road's cold, the tires are cold. I'm not trying to lean the bike over super big. I'm not trying to do any of that stuff. You know, my regular motorcycle gloves have vents in the knuckles, which help a lot in the summertime. But in the wintertime, I feel the wind horribly. That's what the hand guards are for. They just block the wind. They're not going to block, they'll block the wind and bugs from hitting my hands. You know, they're not going to turn around and block a tree, you know, like they would on, like the bark busters do on the KLR. I got a different mic set up in here, so I'm hoping this audio comes out halfway decent or the same. And other than that, like I said, we're rolling to work on a brisk, it's Friday for me, but it'll be Saturday when this comes out. We're expecting a lot of rain and snow coming in. The Ranger, I don't know how many of y'all saw my short on the Ranger. I think most people see the shorts more than they do the long form, just how it is. That is the 97 4-wheel drive Ranger on those shorts, and yes, I 100% should have replaced that spindle. I didn't have a spindle on hand, and no one can get me one, like looking online, like looking at, you know, O'Reilly's website. They can't get a spindle. It's not listed. Not for that truck. It's just one of those things when you keep an older truck. That's a 97 model truck. I'm going to have to order that from a more specialized place. The good news is it's a Dana 35 front end. So why do I need to do that? Well, I have 2 options. Option 1, order a new one. Option 2, take it to a machine shop and have them repair it. So how would a machine shop repair the galling on that? Well, they would take a lot of measurements, smooth it down, find out what the diameter is supposed to be, weld it to fill in any of the gaps, and then re-smooth it by putting it on a lathe and turning it on a lathe. So they would literally add material to cut off. That's how you would repair that in that situation. So what's the fear on it? The fear on it is there's a rough spot on it. So every time that bearing surface rolls across that rough spot, it can stick, it can hold, it'll either pick up more material or it can lock up. It basically, premature bearing wear is what's going to happen on that. How premature, I don't know. My hope is that it will last me until spring. I won't have to take the truck apart again until spring. I don't use that truck a lot. I use that truck on rainy days or if it's snowing right now. So what about the Ranger? What's going on with the other Ranger, the two-wheel drive Ranger? Well, I'm going to have to loosen the engine mounts and the transmission mount, pick the engine up, shift it over to get the header into that project. I've asked a few people that have done it. All of them have said the same thing. That's how they had to do it. You don't have to go over by much, but you have to shift the engine over. So, just part of getting it to fit in there. So, when I go to do that, you know, we will do that hopefully shortly. Oh, there's somebody on the side of the road with a motorcycle. Well, off in the gas station. It looks like they're trying to jump it. Cold weather, the batteries, even this one drug a little bit when I went to going. So that's when I go on with that one. New tires are showing up for the Infinity. That car will not be fixed until I can figure out why I'm losing power under full boost. And by power, it's like a cutting off, like the whole car's stumbling on itself. I know it's a fuel delivery issue. According to it starts to build boost, we lay into it, and it drops fuel pressure. We thought it was the O-ring. I replaced the O-ring, still did it. I went to a full-on kit from AMS, who did the tuning on the car, and it's having the same issue. So I don't think it's the low side, so now I have to move to the high side fuel pump, which I got. But something in the back of my head's telling me have that alternator checked. So I'm probably going to spend 2 hours pulling an alternator, because the alternator is the original alternator on the car, to my knowledge. There's about 200,000 miles on it. So we'll pull the alternator, take it into, take that bad boy into, sorry guys, my brain is clicking off, into one of the parts store and have them test it. Because I'm wondering if the alternator is starting to go, if it's not bad enough that it's throwing any warnings, but it's bad enough that it's having it pull back. You know, it's not giving enough pressure to a fuel pump and causing the car to run a little lean. Because if I drive it normal, the car drives perfectly fine. If I don't bury into it or build boost or have it in low boost, the car drives normal. So it's a weird thing. It's frustrating. I'm trying to figure it out. You know, the Hummer's on the back burner until spring. What's going on with that is it needs a new engine. No other way around it. It had low compression in one of the cylinders. It was giving me a misfire in that cylinder. And then we had the catastrophic failure of the more I think about it, the more I think the fan had a catastrophic failure, and then that tore the whole front of the engine apart. Yeah, it needs a new engine. That's going to be about $4,000, a little bit more probably, just for the engine. No, I won't be going to a V8. I won't be going to a V8 on that truck because it requires a lot. It would require a new transmission, all new wiring harness, new computer. It's not just as simple as bolting a V8 in there. You know, if it was that simple, I'd 100% go to a 5.3, which is what came in those. Also, that truck has an aluminum front differential. All the V8 Hummers have a cast iron differential, from my understanding. So there's fear of, is the front differential even strong enough to handle it? It's not a big deal. I'll get the tractor motor, the 3.5 liter, because even going to a 3.7, I would have to, it would make life easier, but it's a different input shaft on the transmission. So the whole transmission has to come apart and get rebuilt to swap an input shaft. And I just don't want to add, you know, a few more grand to a transmission that had been rebuilt and just fell out of its warranty period from when I got the truck. So it'll give me a chance. I'll pull everything out. We'll get everything set up. It'll go back in. The truck will run great. The reason the hold off on that is I got one more credit card I'd like to pay off first. And ironically enough, what I owe on it is about the same as what right now is what I owe on what I need for the truck. So come spring, we'll be good. We'll start putting engine in that one, and it should space things out enough that I'm not so overwhelmed. You know, we will get, there's a second C8 Corvette. We'll get it figured out, guys. And again, you know, that's just an update, and that's really what I wanted these to be, an update is what's going on with life. This Saturday we're going to work on the fish aquarium. It has gotten way out of hand. I figure I'm going to spend about 2 hours getting that sucker clean. You know, I'm trying to figure out one of those plant life circulation keeps everything alive kind of situation and keeps everything clean, and it's not working. I failed. So we're gonna pull it all apart, clean everything really good, clean the rocks out, clean the side out, get the algae all cleaned up, get all new water put in there, and you know, then the fish should be okay to go back in the tank, and they'll have a nice clean tank that'll look pretty again. Snake cages, it's coming up on time to clean all the snake cages, so I'll do that when I feed them one day. I'll pull all the snakes out, feed them in a box, and clean cages. I may spread it out because I got a few of them now, so I may do a couple of them at a time to make my life a little easier. But yeah, that's what's going on. So anyway, guys, those are the updates. I wish I had some more cool things to talk to y'all about. Right now it's just personal life stuff, but you know, as always, I love y'all. I hope y'all are having a wonderful day. I hope you had a wonderful Thanksgiving, and remember, life's an adventure. Get out there and live it.